When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come.
What's going on, guys? This is Rivers with Mile High Pursuit. Today I'm doing a little bit of a bag review / bag dump on the Kifaru 44 mag. This is one of Kifaru's latest packs that they've released, and I've been absolutely loving it. I've had it for about a month or so, and I actually just got back from 10 days hunting elk in the backcountry, and my tag is still active. I'm actually only back for a day and a half to charge some camera batteries, do some laundry, and then I'll be heading back up there. But it's already packed for a day of elk hunting. I'm not really a minimalist, but I also don't pack a ton of stuff. I pack what I need, and that's about it. So I'm going to be running through this whole pack from top to bottom, all the pockets and all that. Just giving you guys a review on it, what I'm liking about it. There's really nothing I'm not liking about it, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and run through that. Starting off, the 44 mag is right at about 4,400 cubic inches. That's with all the internal pockets. You can add on these belt pouches like I did here. This is a large, and I have a medium down here on the belt. So just getting right into it, this little pouch on the outside, I keep just quick necessity stuff. There's some smoke in a bottle in here. There's some GoPro batteries. I just keep them in here, and when I need a new one, I'll just pop it in my GoPro. Also in here, I have my Outdoor Edge razor light knife with the replaceable blades. This is my go-to knife for gutting, skinning, all of that for elk hunting. Also in here, I have this pouch that is actually empty right now. A lot of the times I keep Mountain Ops trail packs in here and stuff like that, or water purifying tablets. I actually have them in my other one right now, but that's what I keep in this. This is just for organization, so when I need to put stuff in there, I can. It doesn't weigh nothing, so I just keep it in there. That's pretty much it for that large pouch. Moving to the outermost pouch up here, this is just this little quick access pocket. I have my GoPro in here in the waterproof casing. I also have the Peak Design clip on there to put it right on my capture. I've been loving that thing. I'll go over that in the end, but that's my GoPro. Also in here I have my Dark Energy Poseidon. I've been loving this thing. I didn't really believe in it, seeing all the ads, but I got one. Thing is bulletproof, it's super tough, and with one charge at home, I always just charge it before my trips, take it out, it charges my phone 3 to 5 times easily, or any other electronic device you can charge with it. I usually just use it most for my phone, and I always keep it in here because using Onyx and stuff, if something happens out there, I want to always be able to charge my phone to be able to look at my map and stuff. So that's what's in there as well. The only other thing I have in this pocket right now is my Easy Estrus Cow Call from Phelps. This is the Mile High Pursuit edition. This thing's super sweet. I've been using it a lot this year, and I've been liking it. It's getting to be one of my favorite elk calls I've ever owned. Thing's super sweet. I also have in here actually is my Garmin Rhino GPS. You can use it as a GPS or a radio. I have that in this pocket as well. Right here. I don't use it a whole lot. I'm usually using the Onyx Hunt app on my phone, but I always have this for GPS. So that's what that is in that pocket right there. There's one more pocket before you get to the main chamber. You can open this guy up, and in here I keep the Sitka Traverse gloves. I haven't been using these as much for archery. When it's super cold I do, but I've also been using the Talus First Light gloves. They're just kind of a merino fingerless glove. I like those for archery because I like to be able to feel my release. But I do slip these right over the Talus gloves in the morning when it's super cold, and then just throw them in the pack when it gets too hot. Keep that in there, and also this canvas cutter bag, which has a bunch of essentials in it, such as I got some ribbon in here. I don't usually use that stuff a lot because I hate seeing it in the woods. I always pick it up, but the only time I ever mark it is I'll put one ribbon where I shot from and where the animal died. That's pretty much the only time I use it. I have my bino adapter that hooks onto a tripod for my Vortex binos. I have that in here. I have some medical stuff. I have some batteries, some extra compression straps, just kind of medical stuff and stuff you would really need in a pinch. I got a bone saw in there, matches, just stuff like that. I keep in this nice waterproof canvas cutter bag. This bag is super handy. I just use it a lot for organization. So that's what I keep in that pocket up there. Go ahead and zip that back up, and then we'll get into the main chamber here. And I usually keep these compression straps clipped on these outsides because you can just open it up just like that, and that's usually all I need to get in there. You have the main pocket, which actually I have nothing in right now. I like to keep that empty. But back here in the back, there is a bladder pocket. I keep my 2-liter bladder in and run the hose. You can run the hose through the outside of the left or right side. There's ports on each side, whichever way you want it. There's also a mesh pocket in here. I'll also go ahead and undo these compression straps so you can see how far this zipper releases the main chamber, just so you can see, for example. But I'll go ahead and undo that, and then there's these zippers. They go about 3/4 of the way down the pack, which is super nice if you have stuff you're getting into in the bottom. This thing opens all the way up. I keep 2 to 3 meat sacks in here. I don't keep all of them, but I have enough to where I can have a pack load, make it back to the truck or camp, grab some more, and head back up. So I always keep those in there. And this is the main pocket right here. You can keep a ton of stuff in there. I actually don't have anything in there right now. I've just been using these main access pockets. And right here up top, this is one of my favorite pockets. I usually keep snacks in here actually because you can see through it. And so you're not digging around, rumbling, making noise. You can see the snack. Open it up, open the zipper up, grab it, and then you can zip it right back up. Right now I have my tag in here just so I don't lose it, keeping it in my pants. If I'm getting something out of my pants and it accidentally falls out, you're in trouble. So I keep that in there right now. I also have this little pocket in the back. I think this is called a chamber pocket. That may be incorrect, but this is attached to these little webbing things up here, and you open that up. I have a life straw in here, a little plasma lighter from tacticalgear.com. This thing's pretty sweet. I keep that in there. Purifying tablets from Coleman. I also have a little thing of pyro putty. This stuff works super well. And also in there, I just have a couple utensils, a fork, knife, and spoon. If I bring some tuna or anything like that that I can eat on the run, keep that in there just to be organized. So I'll go ahead and zip this main chamber back up, and then I want to go ahead and go over these side pockets that are on the side out here. This is another thing that I love about the 44 mag is these side pouches. You just unzip these. In this one, I usually keep a tripod. You can also fit a spotting scope or anything in there. I usually keep my tripod in this one, zip it all the way up, and those compression straps hold them in nice and tight. On this side, I usually keep my Phelps Unleashed bugle tube, which works super well. It does stick out about 2 to 3 inches, but I keep the straps so if I can just grab it over my shoulder, bugle, and then I can slip it back in without taking my whole pack off. That was my main idea of doing that. So that's what I like to run, bugle tube on this side, tripod on that side, but you can run whatever you'd like. So at the bottom of the 44 mag, you got this handle right here. There's a handle down here and there's a handle at the top to make it super easy for throwing in the truck, handling whatever. And then there's also these compression straps at the bottom down here that you can extend fully, and you can put a sleeping bag in here or whatever you want to carry on the bottom of your pack. So it's not in the way up here or taking room in your pack. You could even put a dry sack down here, whatever you want. But that's another cool feature of the 44 mag. So this is the Duplex light frame from Kifaru. You can see the cushions on the back, which makes it super comfortable for riding. You got this lumbar pad, which is one of my favorite features from Kifaru. All their frames have this lumbar pad. Makes it super comfortable for especially heavy loads. But really what I wanted to show you up here is it has these tab loops for a guide lid or any kind of lid if you want to put it on this pack. I don't do that just because there's already enough pockets. I don't really see the use for a lid. But for guys taking it on multi-day trips a lot, you could use a lid on it. So right here on the shoulder strap, we have the Peak Design capture clip. I get a lot of questions on what this little guy does. So what you do, a lot of the times when I'm elk hunting, a lot of the times I'll put my DSLR on there, but that's kind of bulky for when you're shooting a bow. So what I like to do, this is my little GoPro here. I have it attached to this little clip on the waterproof casing. I put that at an angle and tighten it up, and it's just this little clip, and you take it and it slides right into the Peak Design capture clip, and it can't come out no matter what unless you hold down this button that releases it. So this thing is super handy for hunting and shed hunting, for filming, guys filming their hunts and all stuff like that. I haven't been able to really mention this on videos, but this little guy right here is a lifesaver and makes your camera super accessible and is definitely a key feature on filming. So the last thing I'd like to go over with the 44 mag, or really any pack with Kifaru, is what I run on my belt. So what I got here is the medium belt pouch from Kifaru. So you can go ahead and open this up, and what I keep in here is just necessities. I keep my Vortex rangefinder in here. Keep that in there just so it's super accessible for quick access. That's about all I keep in there. I could throw a mountain off trail pack in there or anything else that I need to access quickly. On this other side over here, all I have is my Nalgene Holder, which is another key accessory from Kifaru. It holds a 32-ounce Nalgene in there perfectly. Slide it out, get a drink. Usually I keep my mountain ops in there in 32 ounces of water, and I have my bladder running over my shoulder for water, but this will have good access for my Ignite or whatever I choose to put in there. And it has this little strap that goes over the top of your water bottle if you want to go ahead and clip it so it stays in there nice and tight. A lot of the times I leave that unclipped just so I can get it. It's not really a bother. It stays in there nice and tight and definitely would not fall out. So moving on from the pack, this is what I'm running for a bino harness this year. This is the Gearac Bino Hub 2.0 from Gearac. This thing is super sweet. It's a super sleek design, which I like. I don't like my bino hubs too super bulky. I ran an Alaskan Guide Creations for a while. I love the pockets, but it just gets to be super bulky, especially for bow hunting and stuff like that. I actually do not run a bino harness a lot of the times when I'm bow hunting, just because I'm bow hunting such close range terrain. I'm in deep timber. If I get to see over 50 yards, I'm lucky. So I don't really have the use for binos, so I usually don't wear them, but I always have them with me, whether they're in my pack or back at camp. So it's super simple. That's how I like them. Just super easy opening right here. My Vortex binos are in there. These are 12 by 50s. This fits pretty much any binos. It's a super silent closing. There's no magnets or clips or zippers or anything like that. That's how I like it, because that will blow a stock for you super quick, especially if you're bow hunting. If you're rifle hunting, it's not as much of a big deal. But it has this padding on the back with the Gearac logo. It's super sweet, super comfortable, and it's just not, there's no straps that are over excessive or anything like that. This thing is super sweet. I've ran a lot of bino harnesses, and this is definitely my favorite that I've found. Has this little zipper pocket on the back, and also has this air mesh, so it's super comfortable on your chest and it breathes really well. But you can keep your tag in there. A lot of the times I throw my wallet in there, and that's that. It also has these mesh pockets on the outside that are super stretchy. On this side I keep my bullet in there. That's the lucky bullet I killed my deer with last rifle season. And over here I keep my wind checker in there. And that's pretty much it. But I've been loving this bino harness. I've been running them for probably close to 2 years, at least a year and a half. And these things have been a game changer. So that's pretty much what I'm running for a bino harness. Alrighty guys, that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. Like I said, I'm heading back out elk hunting for the next few days, but when I get back into service, I'll promise I'll get back to them as soon as I can. I'm also making a video on all the camo and clothing that I wear out at elk hunting camp as well. So be sure to check that out when it comes out. But please subscribe, like, it all helps. Thanks for watching, guys.